How is it going, my little freaks and weirdos? Today, we are in my 98 Camry, and these things aren't built with a in-cabin air filter. We are going to make a incredibly powerful AC filter by first popping this out because the airbox should be directly behind it. So I'll show you guys how I do this. Before we add it, here's a quick summary of the science and stuff behind it with Professor Zach and Professor Pidgey.
Hello, yes, I am Professor Zach. And as you can tell by my mustache and my big glasses, I am in fact a professor. And this is my lab partner, Professor Pidgey. Say hi, Pidgey. So, now you're probably wondering why you're talking to a professor. It is because you want to know how a car AC works. I'm glad you asked. Now, according to this picture, you will see that, the air gets pulled in from inside the car, mostly, and then it gets pulled through the system and goes through a filter normally. What the filter does is it cleans the air before you breathe it again. Do you have anything to add, Pidgey? Yes, I agree, Pidgey. It is a very interesting system. And because this car does not come with a filter already in it, we are going to add one, or I guess Mechanic Jack is going to add one. We are just the big brainy professors, as you can tell by my mustache, my glasses, and my hair. And my lab partner. Say hi, Pidgey. Darling, look this way. Darling, look this way. As you can tell by my lab partner, Pidgey.
Because of how this car is designed, it wasn't made for you to take this out. Like, literally, this is built, unlike modern cars, the hooks, the latches down here that hold this in place. Modern cars have just like an open-ended, I don't know, hook thing that spins around. It's able to pop out, is what I'm saying. This one is not. So in order to take this out, you have to take this whole plastic piece out. The thing is, there are screws here, up here, and over here. And I was going to try to take them out to pull this piece of plastic out. All right, so when taking this out, be careful because there's this here. Pretty sure by the color, it means it is part of the airbag system. So before dealing with that, we're just going to gently let it sit. Before dealing with that, you want to unplug the battery and let everything decharge for 10 minutes. So I'm going to do that so I don't take an airbag to the face. Something for you guys just to remember is when you're popping out these clips from the interior trim, if you don't want to scratch up the interior of your car or whomever's car you're doing this to, use the plastic interior or plastic trim remover tool so it doesn't scratch anything up. I, however, have built up mechanic hands and nails so I can just rip that shit off like I'm a goblin. And also, I didn't do these to my interior. I got it like this. So my interior is already it's already who cares? If you guys have a nice interior or want to keep it nice, I recommend this. All right, so we have this connector clip here. It's held in by this plastic piece here on that side, and a plastic piece right there on that side, right there. So we're gonna pop it out. When you pop that out, everything should fall. So this is your glove box assembly. If you want to see exactly how it holds on to here, it's exactly like I was saying. It's completely built around it, so you're not able to take the glove box itself out. However, you can take the whole assembly out if you want to. So now we know that. And here is our airbox with no changeable filter or no filter at all. And I say that's no bueno. So let's change that. The very bottom of the airbox is the fan. And what's holding this in are 3 screws on these corners. Oh, and then this plugs in here. So take it out carefully. This plugs in right there. So make sure you take it out carefully. And I used a flathead to take them out, but this is what they look like in case you're having trouble seeing them. So they have that star shape as well. All right, so just looking at this. Oh, hey, check it out. There's a module. It's a computer. I don't know which one this is specifically. They put them all in all sorts of weird places. It probably says on the side. Oh, there's the ECU. That's the engine control module. Okay, so in case anyone's looking to replace their ECU or ECM, engine control module, it's right here. It's behind the glove box, apparently. Anyways, so I unplug the battery so that like none of this will matter if it gets unplugged. So in order to get to this air box more efficiently, there are some screws right up here. I say we get rid of, well, not get rid, we undo. So that can go down. And there should be some clips and shit holding this in place. Yeah, see how nasty it is up there? Let's zoom in so y'all can see. No air filter for 27 years. So we're going to clean it out too, because that's fucking gross. So there's a screw right, man, it's like blinding. There's one right there. We're going to want to take that out so this thing can drop down. For now, that's a good starting point. These ones and that one. And after I take those out, I'll show you what we got. So this is still kind of in the way, but we can push it out of the way as we need to. Because it looks like that's hardwired into this. I can't actually see like a actual connection. So it'll probably be easier just to move it around than to try to take it out. But after doing that, I see there's another screw right there, as you can see. And there's another one right, oh my gosh, this light, right here, right there. So let's take those out. And if we want to take this whole middle thing out, we're also going to have to take the screw out that's right there. Okay, so this is the fan inside the airbox. And I had my hand underneath and I was looking at it. And I'll show you guys too. Okay, so inside here, it looks like this. And in this ring here, the only exit and entrance is this pathway right over here. That. Otherwise, the only other way you can go is up through this grit. So I think it pulls air in through here. And then the fan, I don't know, sucks it down and spins it around into there, is my guess. But because I'm not entirely sure, because the fan's already out, I'm just going to plug it in and see how it blows air. Okay, so I'm going to grab this and turn the fan on. So what would make sense here is what this does is inside that ring, so it's always pushing air directly outward. Sorry, I'm having trouble telling what you guys can see. Always pushing it out in every direction. So that would mean that it does pull air in through the grid and then just pushes it out in that ring. But because it's round, it has no edges, stuff. The air doesn't like get super caught up anywhere. And then it goes straight into that back pipe and blows throughout the rest of the car. So that's where it sucks some air in, I guess. Which makes sense by the dust pattern on it. But always want to be sure so it doesn't while it pushes air away, I guess it creates a vacuum that sucks air in through up there. So that's good to know. We can use this information to make the best possible air filters. The air filter on the inside of this so that air is always passing over it. All right, so I plugged the battery back in, and all I did when messing with this was I popped it out. I never unplugged it. So in case it's unplugged, don't try plugging it in when the when the battery is connected. That's a horrible idea. Anyways, just wanted to give you guys a safety FYI. So we're going to plug this bad boy in and see how it blows air through here so I can figure out exactly where I want the filter to go. Because maybe, sorry you guys can't see that well. Okay, maybe I want the filter just to be like completely up against this grid. We'll see. We will see. Because if that's the case, I'll just pop this down once I figure out how, and then line this with an air filter. So, just in case any of you guys were wondering what it looks like under here, this is the airbag. Don't mess with that, please. Yeah, you can tell by all the yellow shit on it. It's like, please don't fuck with this or it'll explode. Anyways, let's go back to in here I'm trying to show you guys what I see. Okay, so in here, air circulates and spins around this donut on the inside, and it gets pulled in through this grit up here. So, I really hope it's in focus because I cannot see my phone right now. So it gets pulled in there. So I'm thinking of the best possible way to make an air filter that will keep the air clean and still be changeable is to make an air filter. See the second ring right here? The second one above it. So this ring that's between the grit and between the inside of the donut, we make an air filter that fits inside of it. But again, it's a little bigger, so it gets caught on these edges in here. So it's past the grit. When the air gets pulled in, it has to go through this filter that'll be right here. And this is changeable because in order to get to it, all you have to do is there's a piece of black plastic that completely covered the air box. So I actually didn't even have to take out the glove box. I just had to take off that. But we didn't know. So now we know. So I'm going to clean up all the dust around here so it doesn't clog the filter immediately. And then this can be changeable because all you have to do is remove the fan, remove the black plate that covers the airbox, then remove the fan that stays right here, and then you have direct access to it. So I'm just going to get one of the really high quality air filters from Home Depot that has a metal grit on it so it stays in place. So I can bend it to shape, I can cut it to size, and then I just like slightly fold it just get in here and then unbend it. And if I have to, I can push through the grit, you know, like my fingers or using a pick or something, make sure it fits in here without going through. And then seal it up. So altogether, it'll probably take like 10 minutes to change it when I have to change it. But we're also going to clean all this disgustingness out of here first, because yeah. So if you are doing this, please make sure you wear a dust mask when going under there, because 27 years without having an air filter, you want none of that in your lungs. So dust mask. So I went to Home Depot and I got the best possible filter. It's even able to take out exhaust. I cut it to size. So let's see if it fits. All right, just want to make sure you all are following along again. So air goes through that way, as you can see by the arrow. It gets pulled in through this grit, in there, spins around here, and then gets spit back into the main system, which is back there, and comes out like these vents. So when you put this in, because the air is coming in from the top and going out the bottom, you want this side to be up, this side. All right, after getting it to the exact right size, you can see right in here, almost. There we go. Yeah, so you see it up there. I make sure the arrow's facing the right way. Something cool is now that we know what the inside looks like, whenever we go to change the air filter, all we have to do is pop off. I'm trying to make it like not super awkward for you guys to see. Pop off this little black piece right here, and then unscrew the fan, pull it out, and then we can get to everything we need to. Ah yes, this is the car spider. Arachnida automodia. Hello, Mr. Spider. Would you like to say hello? Man, you are tiny. Yeah, I'd rather you be in my car than have like mosquitoes or fucking God knows what in here, so enjoy.